welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna do a London travel and London lifestyle type vlog. I recently went to Chiswick House and Gardens and we had the most spectacular day. It was such a fun, kind of really easily accessible day trip depending on where you live in London. It's not so far away. And you can get there on the tube and the bus. We really loved it. And I also went for a very fabulous and splurgy brunch at a place called Bacchanalia in Mayfair, which is this Greek Mediterranean restaurant. And I'm gonna round out the video just by sharing a little bit of some things I got in the August sales, because why not? Some of these bargains were so good, I feel like it would be wrong not to include some links into them. So I figured for those of you who really like seeing my travel content, we'll start there, then we'll mix in a little bit of some other stuff going on in my life. So if that sounds good, let's go head over to Chiswick House. So whether you're a local or a tourist, there are a couple different ways that you can go and visit Chiswick House. Most notably, all of the grounds at Chiswick House, except for the kitchen garden, are free to visit. So you can literally just go, get the directions there, rock up and go and enjoy it. And honestly, on a gorgeous summer day, I think this would be a fantastic way to just enjoy a nice day out, go bring some stuff for like a picnic lunch. They have the river there, they have some really beautiful grounds, and it just does feel like you're kind of like rocking up at your friend's kind of stately countryside estate for, you know, just a spot of picnic lunch and a bit of fabulous time in the sun. And people even brought their dogs there for dog walks, so it seems like a really kind of lovely way to spend the day. However, we decided we wanted to do the proper kind of tour, in the sense that we wanted to go inside the house to learn more about the house itself. And we decided to buy the tickets that include both the house admission and the kitchen gardens. You can buy the kitchen garden ticket separately, although having explored them, I wouldn't really recommend just going to the kitchen gardens, but I think you could do the house and kitchen gardens together. And I don't know all the ticket prices, but I will leave the link down below in the video description box for Chiswick House. But 2 adult tickets, each ticket was £11. So the house itself has an impressive facade, and apparently it's described as a glorious example of 18th century British architecture. And it was developed by 2 Georgian trendsetters, architect and designer William Kent and his friend and patron Richard Boyle, the 3rd Earl of Burlington. They created Chiswick House and Gardens between about 1725 and 1738. And the house itself was a little bit controversial for the time because they rejected the fashionable Baroque style, which was what everyone was doing in England at that time, in favor of a simpler, more symmetrical design based on the classical architecture of Italy. Apparently, it was so innovative that it was described as cool, elegant, and compact. It became the model for every gentleman's semi-rural retreat. So apparently what also made the house bold for its time is it provided the setting for Burlington's collection of paintings and specifically designed furniture and souvenirs from his European travels. And you'll see this when you go through the house. You cannot take video or photos in many of the rooms, but there's incredibly ornate wallpaper, there's beautiful paintings, these gilded ceilings, interesting sculptures. Each room is such a joy and delight to explore. We really thoroughly enjoyed it. And then it was off to explore the kitchen garden. So you enter into the kitchen garden through this incredible glass house. I think when they have weddings at Chiswick House, this is one of the structures that they use, and wow, is it spectacular. But the kitchen garden itself also has a rich history. It was developed in the 17th century. It's described as this walled haven, and a place for productivity and also for people to spend time in. And they're incredibly proud of protecting these traditions today, which is why if you do want to go in without going to see the house, you do have to purchase a separate ticket for it. You can either buy a combined ticket or a separate ticket. But it is very much a working garden. So there is a mix of lots of stunning flowers, but they're also growing tons of herbs, fresh produce. So if you are someone who just really loves gardening, which is very much one of the national pastimes in England for sure, and you want to geek out a bit on how kind of this professional grade garden is set up and how they have very specific beliefs in how they think it's best to grow the garden. There's all these really lovely educational signposts throughout. So if you do want to learn, I think it's a really lovely way to do so. For me, flowers are something I am just obsessed with, and they had such a stunning flower collection. And flowers I don't see super often in other London parks. I really love Regent's Park and the Rose Garden there, but here, oh my gosh, there were so many stunning ones. I felt like I was the flower paparazzi. And if you are like me and also love seeing flowers, then you will also delight in checking these out. So unfortunately, as we were enjoying this beautiful garden, the clouds started to roll in, it started to rain. We started to hear roars of thunder. Let's just say we got stuck in a really bad, torrential, crazy thunderstorm, and we came out of the gardens. We went into the glass house, and the staff there were really lovely, but very quickly they said, listen, with the strength of this rain, there's some like micro tears in some of the parts of the glass house, and we can't ensure people's safety. So you need to come, there was a part of the structure with no glass above it. But even that was quite small. So my friend and I looked at each other and just said, let's make a run for it. Let's go to the cafe. We feel like we're gonna be a bit safer there because obviously these are old structures, and the UK, while it does rain a lot, it doesn't rain with this like ferocity that we were seeing here. To get like torrential downpours and a crazy violent thunderstorm, really rare in the UK. So we made our way over to the cafe. And after a scan of the menu, we decided that we were gonna have some coffees, some carrot cake, but we also had a children's meal, though they have normal food meals, but that we thought we'd have the chicken tenders, which came with peas and French fries, and then we did have the carrot cake second. And the weather did improve, so we decided to then venture back into Chiswick. We did actually have a lovely run-in with one of the neighborhood cats, which was just so adorable. And we also saw another cat that was in the window being like the neighborhood watch cat. After that, we went to Megan's for some cocktails on the kind of high street in Chiswick, which was a great way to end the day and basically celebrate us surviving a crazy thunderstorm and just making the most of it and having so much fun, because I think we were in the cafe easily for 1.5 to 2 hours while it was pouring and thundering and lightning. And then we got treated to a gorgeous sunset on our way back into London. So not a bad way to end the day. So next up, I want to take you along with me to Bacchanalia in Mayfair, which is still a newish restaurant. It is so stunning inside. It feels like you're stepping into this fabulous world. All of the sculptures are done by Damien Hirst, and It just really takes your breath away when you go into the restaurant. It's very much been on my list to try for a long time. It's definitely a splurgy restaurant, and it is Greek and Mediterranean themed for the food. And basically they really want you to kind of have a sense of escapism when you go, both through the breathtaking interiors, the food, you know, the plating. So I started with a fantastic cocktail. The cocktail I had was called the Carpuzzi, which is Grey Goose vodka, feta, Aperol, watermelon, and Prosecco, and it was fantastic. And then for the main, we went on a Sunday, so we decided to have the Sunday brunch. They only have 4 options on the Sunday brunch menu, in addition to kind of their normal a la carte menu. So my friend and I both got the truffled eggs option, and it comes with truffled eggs. It's on a bed of this crispy potato roasty, and then it's stracciatella cheese with the 3 fried eggs and the black truffles. It is sinfully good. It doesn't seem like it's that much, and I think the brunch dish is 26 pounds, which is expensive for brunch in London. But the flavors were really good, so you know who's not complaining? Not me at all. I thoroughly enjoyed eating this delicious brunch, sipping on my brunch cocktail with the gorgeous artwork and interiors. It really was a lovely experience. And then for dessert, we just couldn't resist getting some tiramisu. This is the smaller portion, but they have a grande portion for big groups, and it was fantastic. And then after we finished our meal, we had been chatting with our servers, who were so friendly and lovely, and they said, go take a walk around, go explore a bit. And you don't have to tell me that twice, you know, I wasn't disclosing that I make videos for YouTube. They were just being really lovely and friendly because we were so complimentary with the decor. So we went upstairs, we checked out the private room, we looked at some of the floral displays, and then we went to the bathroom before we went out. And the bathroom itself is, I mean, also very much designed for the Instagram moment, but it is stunning inside, and you can see why. They have chairs, they have more gorgeous sculptures. It definitely is a place not to be missed, and if you do go to the bathroom, definitely bring your phone, because maybe you want a little picture while you're in there. So would I recommend going back to Bacchanalia? Absolutely. I would actually really love to go for dinner. I've seen on Instagram that some nights of the week they also have live music, and I did ask about this, but the server was saying, well, it just kind of happens when we have availability of like the singers and performers that we work with. We don't have specific consistent times that there's always someone singing during dinner. So I guess it's one of those like extra bonuses if you happen to go on that night. But I think it would be really fun to go back, try the dinner menu, try some more on the menu, keep saying that. But I think it would be good to try more of it and just see it at a different time of day. But if you want a little bit of a splurgy brunch in London, I think this would be a really fun one to try. Hey guys, so I just got a delivery of some items that I ordered from Warehouse, and I've also been doing just a little bit of shopping lately. So I thought I would just try a few of these things on, and obviously if any of it is still available, I will link it down below if you're looking for some really good kind of end of summer, early fall, autumn bargains. All right, little change of location only because I think the lighting is a bit better in here because it's the early evening sun, which is pouring into my living room, which is wonderful, but not so great for showing you the detail of items. So this is the blouse from Hugo Boss, and the backstory on this one is I originally actually tried this on at John Lewis. Just a very simple kind of black round neck blouse. You can see here, round neck blouse, and of course I got hair in the way. They have the really, really lovely way of hiding the buttons kind of under this like subtle pleating here. And you can see there's this really kind of nice kind of, I guess, I don't know if it's ruched or pleated detail here that just naturally has this gorgeous neckline. And then you've got the sleeves with the buttons, which are exposed. But yeah, it's just one of those really simple like day or work pieces. You can wear it with a pair of dress pants, a pair of jeans, tuck it into a skirt, and it's just at 100% silk and it's black. It's just one of those great neutrals that goes with everything. And the hot tip here, so what I did is I tried it on at John Lewis, not planning to purchase it for 200 and I think it was 38 or 39 pounds. I was like, oh, that's expensive. But sometimes it's nice to try things on because if it does go on sale, then you know what your size is, so you can like scoop it up. I've gotten so many good deals online that way. And then when I got home, I just decided to Google it to bookmark it so I could keep an eye on the price. And I found it online on flannels for, I think it was 95 pounds. So I immediately bought it on the flannels website instead of buying it through John Lewis. That's also another good hack, is Google the item and see if it's on another trusted retailer for cheaper. So let me show you the next one that I got from Wallace. All right, so the next piece, as you can see, is a lot more colorful. And this is my 16-pound steal of a deal from the brand Wallace. And I do love this brand, and especially shopping on their website, because again, you can always find, like when they do their sales, they really mark things down. But to be fair, I ordered like 4 things from there, and this was the only one I kept because everything else just wasn't quite right sizing wise. But this one is such a winner. It's just a really cute, like fuchsia pink blouse with this really cool sleeve. It's like a trumpet sleeve. I don't know the exact term, but this really dramatic sleeve detail. And what I love about this is it looks really lovely with a jean. It's just super easy. You tuck it in. I wore it with black jeans last night when I went to Koya and Mayfair with a friend, and just a really cool pair of shoes. So it's something you can really dress up or dress down. You can see the back of it's just simple. I just tucked it in, but if you don't want to tuck it in, it's just like a nice long top. So super like figure flattering, really great color. All right, next up, how do we say is summer almost over? In a coat. This was also such a steal of a deal from Warehouse. This was 26 pounds for this really gorgeous puffer coat with the hood. And honestly, the UK size 8 fits me perfectly, but do you want to know the most hilarious thing? I have this exact same coat from Karen Millen in like an olive green shade, like the exact same one. Let me show you. All right, so like the same waist detail, the same pockets, the same little, see these side little buttons? Exact same side buttons. It's quite crazy. I mean, they must use the same wholesaler to buy these coats, but I also got this one on like super sale at Karen Millen. I think I got this one for like 40 or 50 pounds, which I thought was a good deal at the time until I got this coat for 26 pounds. All right, so next up from Warehouse, I've just got this really simple black camisole top. This was just under 17 pounds. It's a UK size 8. And this is the kind of top that I just live in. You can wear it on its own as a tank top, but especially as we get into the autumnal season, I have a closet full of blazers, and I just think whether you're going to work or you're going to meet up with friends, having some, like a couple tops like these, because you need to have like a couple in your wardrobe. I think I've got like, this will be my 3rd one. When things are in the wash, you need to have some in rotation, and I'll just show you. Like for example, like if I was going into the office, I've got this really great, like much older blazer. I got this like years ago from H&M, but this looks quite kind of casual and beachy, you know, for a warm day. Whereas if you put the blazer on with the jeans and like a nice pair of boots, you look so much more professional for the office or like a meeting, or just, you know, looking nice for like sitting from here to here on Zoom. So I think this is just definitely a piece I will keep, and just a really good staple to have in my wardrobe. All right, so I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those random kind of deals. I mean, I realize they're varying price points, but I got quite a few good deals recently and just wanted to share them. And of course, they will all be linked down below. But now I am off to tennis, so I will see you later. So with that said, that concludes my latest life in London and London travel vlog. I would really love your feedback on if you liked this format and you'd like to see more of these videos. So please leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought. And also hit that like button if you like the video. If you don't want to leave a comment, that also really helps my channel. I would also love it if you would consider subscribing. I have a lot more travel videos, more kind of exciting things happening in London to share with you. So definitely subscribe. It's completely free to do. It just means you see my videos when you come back on YouTube. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you soon.